Greetings to you all. This is Anusha. I'm working as an assistant professor in IT department from Vignan Nirula. In the last class, we discussed about what is shell and what is shell programming. What are the commands we are taking related to the shell prompt? What is the command line structure? What are the command arguments and parameters? And what are the meta characters we are taking in the shell prompt? Okay, these are the topics we discussed in the last session. But in today's session, we are going to discuss about shell variables. So before knowing about the shell variables, first we know about what is shell. So already we know about shell. So shell is acts as an interface between user and kernel. So apart from being an interface between users and kernel and the command processor, the shell has the programming capabilities of its own. Okay, so let's see the shell variables introduction. Okay, so a shell can be considered as a programming language variables or defined and used with a shell. Okay, what is shell variables? A shell can be considered as a programming language. Okay, that language we are taking some type of variables. That variables are defined and used with a shell. Okay, so here rules for constructing variables are same as the file name. Here variable names include alphanumeric characters and underscore symbols. Here the variable names are very case sensitive. Okay, there are three types of shell variables we are taking in this Unix part. So first one is system variables or environment variables or global variables. Next one is local variables or user defined variables. Third one is read only variables. Let's see, the first type is system variables. So system variables are set either during the boot sequence or immediately after login. Okay, here the working environment under which the user works depends entirely upon the values of the variables. These type of variables are known as the environment variables or global variables or system variables. These are the similar to global variables in general sense. By convenience, by convention, these variables are written using uppercase letters only. Let's take the example for system variables. Here we are taking different types of variables in system variables. Let's see the different types of variables: path variable, home variable, mail variable, shell variable, term variable, IFS. Okay, these are the different types of system variables. Let's see the first type, path variable. This is a path variable. It holds the information about a list of directories in a certain order. In this list, actually the list can be specified by colon symbol. So colon symbol separate the different directories. The value of path can be printed using echo command. Let's see the structure of path variable. Let's see the basic syntax: $echo space $path. Here, after executing this command, user can get the path. Okay, so this is the structure of path variable. When any argument is given, the shell searches for its program in the directories listed in the path one by one. This is path variable. Let's see the next variable is home variable. This is the second type of system variable. When a user gets logged it, he or she will be the automatic placed in the home directory. This directory is decided by the system administrator at the time of opening an account for an user. Okay, so it is stored in the file in the form of a file format. So the value of the path of the home directory is stored in the variable home. Okay, the value of home variable can be known as home variable. The value of home variable can be known by $echo $home. This is the syntax representation for home variable: $echo space $home. So after executing this command, user can get the home variable. Next, let's see the third type of system variable, that is IFS variable. So what is the meaning of IFS? Internal field specifiers, internal field separators. So IFS or internal field separators. These type of variables holds tokens used by the shell commands to pass a string into the substring, such as a word or record, into its individual fields. Okay, by defaultly we can consider some internal fields specifiers, separators, space, new line slash n, new tab slash t. Here these type of internal field specifiers, the system uses them as default as the field specifiers. So by using these internal field specifiers, we can separate the sentence, we can separate the command line. So by using slash and slash t and space. Okay, so these are the internal field specifiers. Let's see the fourth variable is mail variable. It holds the absolute path of the file where the user's mail is kept. Okay, so here mails we have received or specified by using this variable. We can also set the path slash user slash spool slash user. Okay, so it also consists of some specific path. Okay, this is the mail variable. Next one is shell variable. It contains the name of the user shell programming in the form of a absolute path name. So what is shell variable? Contains the name of the user in the shell programming in the form of a absolute path name. So this is the shell variable. Let's see the syntax of the shell variable, how the user can get the current working shell. So by using $echo space $shell command, user can get the current working shell. So the value of shell can be known by $echo space $shell. So after executing this command, user can get the current working shell. So where the user working on the current shell. Okay, now let's see the next variable is term variable. This variable holds the information recording the type of terminal being used. So where we can store the temporary variables in temp directory. So what are the types of variables we are taking in the temp files? The type of variables are called as the term variables. These variables holds the information regarding the byte of the terminal is being used. Okay, so these are the different types of system variables. Let's see the second category of shell variables, that is local variables or user defined variables. So what is local variables? Actually these type of variables are defined by the user. So by specific users, they are also called as the user defined variables. Why these variables are called as the user defined? Actually these type of variables defined defaultly by the user. That's why we can say that local variables are called as the user defined variables. So let's see the rules for constructing the variable name. Okay, actually these local variables or user defined variables are also constructed by the alphanumeric characters and underscore symbols. Okay, so let's see the first rule is here variable name must and should construct with the alphanumeric values. After that, here variable names are very case sensitive. So that's why you can take the variable names. Okay, actually variable name can be considered as a different entities. Let's take the example. So sum is represented, sum is a variable name, it represented with a small letter. So sqm sum is the other type of entity that can be represented by the capital letters. These are two different entities. So that's why we can say that variable names are very case sensitive. Next, third category of system variables is read-only variables. Okay, the value of read-only variables cannot be manipulated. A variable can be made read-only by the using read-only function. So here user just read that variable. He cannot change any type of file permission. That type of variable is called as read-only variable. These variables can behave as a construct in C language. Okay, let's see this example. Here echo enter the value of x. Here first you read the x, after that you read the value of x, and next one is read only x. Okay, so this is the read only variable example. So I hope all of you understood about the shell variables and types of shell variables. They are system variables or global variables or environment variables, and different types of system variables are also there in the shell prompt. Next one is local variables or user defined variables, and third category is read only variables. Okay, in the next session we will discuss about loop control statements. What are the loop control statements we are taking in the shell prompt? Okay, listening this lecture, evaluate yourself by using these three questions. Let's see the first question. What is shell variable and what are the types of shell variable? This is the first question. And let's see the second question is what is system variables and its types? This is the second question. And the third question is explain about read only variable with an example. These are the three questions. Evaluate yourself after listening this lecture. Okay, thank you for listening.